All right, everybody, if you would please mute your lines. We're going to get started, and I'd appreciate your help on that. If you could just mute your line, that would be awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice and quiet, looks good. Okay, who's doing this again? I'm going to have to try to figure out how to lock this down. All right, guys, please do not try to share your screen. Let me see if I can do that. If I can block anybody from doing that. Anyway, hey guys, my name's Dave Dove, and here at the RNetwork corporate office, we are having an amazing day here at corporate. But after our awesome Saturday events, hopefully many of you are super excited and super pumped about what we're doing, because we've got some incredible things. And so today I was going to cover with you guys, just kind of do a recap of our Saturday event in a nutshell. But I wanted to start off first of all and tell you that we've got some guests in the house with us here today. We've got Lori and Sam, right? Yep. And Lori, where are you from? Hi, Holiday. Holiday. She's here. It's the holiday. No, she's from Holiday, just up the street from the corporate office here. Kind of awesome. And then we have Sam from Las Vegas here. So we're super, super excited to have these guys. We just went over and had some lunch, so it was awesome. And I've got Miss Linda in the house with us here. I'll shine it over here to Linda so you can say hi. Hi. So we're having a great time. Lots of great people. Office is just pumping. Just kidding. They're all sleeping from the weekend still. Anyway, okay, with that said, let's get started. So first of all, I always like to just talk a little bit about our guiding principles. You know, finding out where the world is going and get there first, as you all already know. Make more money than you spend. And third is to lose your life in the betterment of others. Those are our guiding principles as a company. So if you're watching this for the first time, or you're brand new to our network, just checking us out, we want you to understand that where we're coming from as a company. Lots of great, exciting things taking place. This last Saturday, we had a great event. Many of you might have been on that as a live, and we know that sometimes the sound on your end might sound not as good or whatever, but I wanted to tell you this. I got the recording, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was trying to figure out why the sound wasn't working for anybody, because the recording was perfect. So I uploaded it to our Rise Up, which is our team page. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it there. And the reason that I uploaded it there is I had probably about a dozen people, for some reason or another, said they never received the link to watch it. And they said, well, why did I pay if you're going to post it? Well, that's the only reason I posted it, is because some people, I didn't want people to feel like they got gypped out. So we want to make sure that everybody got the recording of Saturday's event. So with that said, I got to be careful. She's taping me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about how exciting this stuff is, you guys, that we've got on the plate. This is really, really cool, and I'm super, super excited for you guys, because this is going to be a game changer for you in building your RNetwork business. So first of all, I want to start off with that we have, you're going to see, let me just kind of set this up for this conversation. We will be launching this evening, but by the time you wake up in the morning, depending on where you live, you will see the new changes to the back office, the new updates. Those updates are going to be in the Revolution Suite, which is our suite of products. You're going to see some changes with that. Other changes that you're going to see in there too, but we're going to talk mainly today about the Revolution product suite, because it's really, really exciting. And I've even got somebody I'm going to bring on for a short testimony of them already being a beta tester in one of our products. And so I wanted to have them share their experience here in a second. So let's start off with what you get as a charter member, okay? Linda, you know what would be awesome?
Yes.
You come over and sit with us on this side, and we're going to put it over there because I feel like I'm like kinking my neck to look in the TV here. So, oh, there we go. Can everybody get in that way better? Is that better? Can we get everybody in? You can slide over. So, I just want you to see everybody. Like, I feel bad. Like, we're all like looking in the screen, like looking at you. Okay, so, so anyway, you've got everybody in. Okay, perfect. So, let's talk about a charter member real quick. A charter member is somebody who actually signs up as a business opportunity, and they sign up right now for $68, and that gets them their first month's service to the Revolution product suite. Okay, so.
Is this full? LA can't. Some people can't get up.
Oh, it might be full. Yeah, we are actually full. Let them know we're recording it. Actually, they can dial in on it.
Allie is.
Okay. Yeah, we're full right now, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I don't know how. I think I look at it like a positive. We're full. We're a full house, man. What do you think of that, John? See a smiling face there. So, all right. So here's the thing. Charter member benefits is that you get our local deals, you get our travel, and you get the our medical, RX pet and human prescription card, which in about 3 or 4 days we'll be rolling that live, that portion, by the way. So that's really close. So I'm not even going to say that. And then on top of that, you get what we call our concierge. This is a big deal. We're going to work for you. All you're going to do is bring people to the middle, to the concierge, and let us do all the work. That's pretty cool. So we've gone out and searched out the very best of the best in these different departments. One is our mortgage program. Let me tell you something, you guys. This is really super exciting. The reason why it's so exciting is that if you know anybody that's buying a house, refinancing a house, and rates just went down, so you have the ability right now to, well, tonight, you'll have the ability to be able to go in and request through the concierge a mortgage person to help you with that. And we've gone out and got the very best of the best to get you determined on your personal situation, get you the best deal, if you will, because we can't say, hey, we're going to give you the best rates, because it has everything to do with your own personal situation and credit and all that kind of stuff. So we don't get into that. What we want to make sure it's clear is that we have a concierge to do all the work for you. We're, like Richard says, we're coming to you and offering you the service rather than you talking to a machine. And we're going to offer to you a concierge to help you with that. So our mortgage is huge, and I'm going to explain why that in just a few minutes. Our mobile, which is absolutely huge, and the reason this is huge is that I'll give you a prime example. I was one of the very first testers of it, and I'm happy to be a tester when I save this much money. But I literally went from $475 a month on my cell phone bill for 6 lines, and I switched over to Sprint, and then 6 lines, brand new phones, all iPhones, and unlimited everything for $210 a month out the door. That includes taxes, by the way. So let me tell you something, you guys. That's a $234, $35 savings a month. So if you start taking that and putting it into investments or pay your debts off or other things, that's where we're going as a company. That's what we're trying to help you understand, is that this is just a piece of it, okay? So mobile's awesome. I'm coming back, Allie. Get ready. And the next one's our auto. Now, we've been beta testing this for probably about 45, 60 days. We've got about 40 people in the hopper for cars right now. We've had 8 of the under a contract or doing contracts or whatever, and a couple of them, or 2 or 3 of them have closed. So, or I might be wrong on the numbers there. But my point is that our autos is now open for you to refer and to people to do our autos. Now, let me just say something to you. Those 3 concierge services, you guys, can you imagine this for a moment? You now own your own mortgage company, per se. You own your own mobile company, per se. And then you also own your own auto dealership without any overhead, without any cost other than $38 a month. Guys, that's incredible. It's awesome. And so here's the thing, okay? So I want to bring on Allie Nell. Let me see if I can bring her on here. Allie, if you're on, just unmute your line.
She can't get in.
Oh,
Does she try to call her? Do you want me to?
just call
She
her.
calls in, she can still get this.
Let me see.
She
Couldn't get on the, okay. All right, so we're going to try to get her here in just a second. Call her on the phone. We'll have her just do the speaker. Hi, Allie.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to have you share your story with all these great folks, would you?
Okay. I worked with Dylan Dove, a great young man who's in charge of our cell phone, our phone, and he was able to, we were at 440. He just gave me the numbers because I wanted to be exact. We were about 440 for a family of 8, and we ended up going as a family of 10. We added a couple more kids, grandkids, and with cell phones, we're down to 220 to 25. There's a couple slow pokes trying to figure out what phone they want, but we're about 225.
Wow.
So we
down
saved about $200.
So
yeah.
That's awesome. And what was the savings? Sorry.
And what was the what?
What did you say you were at?
Oh, we were at 440.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, no, we're all happy campers, especially Mama Mama Bear, because if someone doesn't pay their bill, we do, and then we go after them. But yeah, 225 is pretty good.
Mama Bear's.
That's way cool. Thanks, Allie. We appreciate you sharing that with us. And sorry you can't get on. But you guys, I don't know if you heard that, but I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. And guys, these are just small increments of saving money for people, right? But those are some significant savings so far just in the cell phone arena. And that's super excited. I'm super excited for that. Okay, so with that said, we're going to move on to the next thing. And I don't know if John Johnson's on here or not, but John, many of you already know, he bought his truck and his daughter's vehicle through our autos, had a phenomenal savings of, what was the amount? Does anybody remember? About $4,000 savings on his vehicles. I mean, you guys, just think about it. When you can save more than you normally would pay if you were to try to do it on your own, I'm just telling you right now, to have your own, not have to go sit in a dealer. I cannot stand going to a car dealership, number one. Sitting in there and having 4 or 5 people come over and try to close you on buying a car when I already know I want to buy a car. And I'm already knowing what I want, like usually that's the case. And then they're trying to close you and upsell you and all these things. Guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to even go sit down there anymore. All you got to do is go to the concierge. You tell them what you want, what color, the leather, all the stuff that you want, and they'll go to work for you. So you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is tell them what you want, and it's off and running. And that's super exciting. So anyway, that's what charter members have, is the ability to do that. And you can share that with others through our new program that we just released, and it's actually our fan program. It's Financial Affluent Network Nominee. Financial Affluent, and I didn't make this up, so don't hold me accountable to this. Financial Affluent Network Nominee. Okay, so that's what FAN stands for. And Financial Affluent Network Nominee. Kind of has a little ring to it, not too bad. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. But here's the thing, FAN benefits are very, very similar as far as the benefits go as the charter member. The only difference is, and the only difference with this is the FAN right now has access to our concierge only as we speak. What that means is they get mortgage, mobile, and auto all through the concierge service. Now, that kind of takes us into the next part of the discussion that I want to have with you. Sorry, I'm getting bombarded here.
Can they make money?
No. So fans right now, there's no way to, it's not programmed for them to make money. They're looking at ways for the fans to do so. And if we do end up doing it, it will only be one level. It's not like they're going to go out and make a big matrix of fans. Okay, so that's not what we're after. Let me just tell you what a fan is actually meant for. A fan is for somebody, if you're having a conversation with a friend and you say, hey, join me on this venture, and they don't want to build a business and they don't want to spend the 38, 68 to join and 38 a month, then you can say, great, why don't you just be a fan of mine? And now they become a fan, and being a fan gives you these benefits, and now you can explain those benefits to them. And if they're talking and saying, hey, I'm going to be switching my cell phone, or I'm buying a house, or I'm refinancing my house, hey, what if I could help you out? Those are conversation opportunities for you with a fan program that you could lure people in as a fan to allow them to use our program for free. I mean, it's literally for free. And now they can actually go through our concierge to do the work for them. So
Dave, are they in TBS?
they are not in the TBS. Thank you. I've got Linda here to help me on this. This is awesome questions. A fan is, picture it like this. You've got your TBS, and over here you got your fans. So they do not go into the TBS. They're off to the side, and they'll just build and build and build and build. And if they refer another fan, great, they're your fan. They're not tied. They're tied to them, but not really tied to them in any financial way. But in the future, we're looking at ways that they can refer others and get some sort of compensation out of it, but we haven't got there yet. You'll be paid on all of fans' swipes when they have the card and the account, the Rev account. They'll actually take all the swipes from that customer or that fan. Got to get out of our mind the customer work. Fan, and they will actually take all the swipes and put them through the TBS. Again, just like anything else. But the majority of everything except for the mortgage will be going only into the next conversation that I want to have with you guys, which is flipping awesome. So let me ask you guys this question. How many of you would like to have a person like John Johnson or Jeremy Jenkins or Linda or some of these big leaders, right, that have big, massive organizations? How would you like to have them in your downline? That's the question, right? Wouldn't that be cool? So what we did is we created a program. It's called the Global Profit Share. It's revenue share. And what happens is with that is all of the concierge, other than, well, yeah, all the concierge services get put into a global pool, right? So what money, the commission's coming back on all of those, go into a global pool, and now are paid out to those who are Tier 3 qualified. Now, Tier 3 means that you at least are that level qualified. You could have enrolled 5 or 6, whatever. You might have enrolled 3 people to be Tier 3 qualified, right? They have to be active. Excuse me. They're all paying their $38. And so understand how cool this is, you guys. You get to profit share. You get to share, revenue share, with all of John Johnson's team, all of Jeremy's team, and all of anybody else's team. And we'll call him anybody else because he's the mystery man. But my point is whatever comes through our network, products, services like that, are going into this revenue, global revenue pool. Guys, it's huge. I'm just telling you, that's really, really huge. 2 things I want to share with you is, 1, go get your Me in 3. If you're brand new, you just started out, go get it done. There's a clock on that. You have 30 days to accomplish it. You get $38. Okay? Plus, participate in the revenue, the global revenue share. That's really cool. Here's the thing. If you don't hit your Me in 3, and I know people that haven't, and I will tell you right now that the global revenue pool is so exciting because it helps compensate for those that might have missed the 3. And I think that's really, really cool. But let me tell you something, you guys. When you've got somebody who gets their Me in 3 and they get it done, right? They go get it done. They go get their Me in 3. they're in the T3 qualification, and now on top of that, they're in the revenue pool, and now they go the next step and they get their 10 in the pen. And let me tell you something, you want to go get 10 in the pen, because right now we have a promotional deal, and I'm going to cover that with you right now. The promotional deal is the extra 50 cents per person throughout the TBS. All right? So think of it from this perspective, that now you're getting the revenue pool, you're getting the $1.3 million, and now you got your hands in everything. So go get your 10 in the pen and stop chatting. Let's just go get her done, right? That's what it's about. Like, go get it done, because that's what's going to change your financial future, and that's what builds the network, is building in blocks of 3. If we focus on building in 3, in little blocks of 3, you're going to build a massive castle that's going to look like amazing. It's going to change your life. It really will. And guys, if you can teach the duplication process of this, you bring somebody brand new on, you should lose your life in the betterment of others and go make sure that they get their 3 people within 30 days, right? And then take those 3 people that got in and teach them to do the exact same thing. And if you do that, before you know it, you're going to have your 10 in the pen. You're going to be seriously setting yourself up for some serious income. And that's just from the TBS. We haven't even really got to the rev share and the other things that we're going to be bringing down the line. And guys, I'm just telling you right now, if you don't see that picture clearly, then go sell soap, because this is way better than anything you've ever seen before. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, so let's move on to one other thing real quick. In December, so all of you see in your back office right now, you see points, and they're attached to your local offers or, you know, whatever, right? That was kind of like what we call our beta test phase 1. And that's going to go away. We're going to simplify your process of being able to get discounts and anything that you want without points, and including travel. So think about the opportunity that you have in December. We're actually going to eliminate the points program. You will no longer have to worry about points. You'll just be able to go into your portal. You're going to be able to get all the discounts you want. And by the way, the portal you have now is not the one you're going to have. This is phase 2 into the portal. Phase 2 into that portal is literally, and this is what my understanding is, because I've seen part of it, is I will tell you that what I did see is I felt like it's at least triple the coupons and discounts and things like that are available to you in this next phase. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, the travel. We decided with the travel program that we were going to do something even better. We're going to try to find a way to make it even less money for you, and not have to worry about the points. So in December, when we do away with the points, the travel and the portal is going to change, and it's going to change for the better. And I promise you that. I just tell you right now, you better really be pretty excited about that. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to let you know. On a Zoom, it's kind of hard to have a lot of excitement. I know that because everybody's muted. But I want to see everybody clapping. How about just some claps? Let's just get some claps going. Claps. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what beautiful faces clapping. I love it. I love it all around the world. That's awesome. Now, let me just say this, you guys. This is another really exciting announcement that I want to make to you guys. A lot of you have probably noticed that you had to hit a certain dollar amount before you could actually cash out or get paid or receive a check. It's now down to $38. These guys have made it to where they've listened to the field, they listened to you and said, okay, what do we need to do to make this so that people can feel like they can cash out to at least cover their costs, right? So we made it to where now it's $38 where you can hit the button and transfer it to your bank. Now for international, I've got on my notes right here, we have not forgot about you, okay? We are in the process right now, and it's in testing phases right now. It's going through it right now, to where we're going to be able to offer you the ability, same thing, to be able to transfer those funds internationally to some form of payout, okay? And I'm not going to specifically tell you the payout yet, because until I have it in writing and in front of me, I'm not going to tell you that. But I'm going to tell you, we have not forgot about you. We love you. We're like horses in the race pulling buggies, and the buggy was out in front of the horse. We've now put the buggy back behind the horse. And what I'm talking about is, guys, we're up in over 80 plus countries. We've got people building teams. We got people out there that are actually seeing their commissions being deposited into their back office, but they can't get to it. And we understand. But I want you to act as if this is monopoly. And right now, we're not allowing you to buy the house till you pass go. And we're going to have the button here to pass go very shortly, and you'll be able to cash out and collect your $200. And that's a form of, it's just an analogy. It's kind of a dumb analogy, but whatever. How about some claps on that one? That's dumb. So anyway, my point is, you guys, that we have not forgot about you international folks, and you're a big part of this whole entire vision of the company. And we truly, truly, sincerely appreciate the fact that you're hanging in there and that you're waiting for this to happen. And so please do not lose patience. Have vision with this and understand that we kind of put the cart before the horse, and we pulled it back, and now we're revamping, and our messages should be very clear from this point forward. You should hear it straight from right here at corporate office. And as soon as we can announce the international payout, we're going to. Don't get me wrong, Canada right now, I know for a fact, because I've talked to some Canadians, have received checks. So they're getting checks. It's not like we're not paying you. It's that we want to make it more convenient for you. We want to get out of old school. We want it to be where you can hit a button and put it in your account, right? That's what we're looking for. So, or what we're building right now. So kind of cool. All right, so enough about that. And then I wanted just to recap on a couple things. The Me and 3 top off. Me and 3 guarantee, what it is that you actually receive the $38 as a top off. Okay? What that means is that when you surpass the number of $38, that's the number you're getting. So if you go to $39 now, you're getting that instead of just 38. And you're not getting 38 plus all the other numbers, right? So let me kind of help you understand. Basically what that means is that as you, and I don't want to screw this up because it's hard to do it without writing it out, but basically what it is you, on your first one, you get $2, you get $2 on your second, and you get $30, Ed, shake your head, $32, $34 on your third. And yes, okay. Ed, come on live. And I'm going to have Ed help out on this because I hate explaining this without showing it.
Ed,
yeah,
can you hear me okay?
Explain the top off, will you please?
Yeah, the top off is really simple. You're going to be guaranteed $38, which means if your commissions come to less than 38, regardless of what it is, 12, 18, 20, you're going to get 38. As soon as your commissions are above 38, you just stick with your commissions. You don't get the two of them together, right? It's just a guarantee that you're going to make 38. As soon as you start making more than 38, that's what you get.
That's why he's the trainer. So that's why he's the master trainer. Because here's the thank you, Ed. It's very clear. Hopefully that's clear to you guys, because it's really important you understand this, you guys, because we don't want expectations to be, well, oh, I'm getting that 38 plus everything I gets added in. It doesn't work that way. And we've had people question it. We just want to make sure you guys are very clear on it. That's a top off until you meet or exceed it, right? So that's kind of how that works.
What about the bonus points?
The what?
You get extra bonus points?
For what?
For now, or you still get?
For now, they'll get the extra bonus points for hitting your Me and 3, just like normal. But until December, and we're going to replace those. But frankly, guys, the messaging should be right now is that we should eliminate really pushing the points program, because it's not a future thing. So if you can, you'll notice in our PowerPoint we don't even mention points, and there's a reason for that, because we are phasing away from it. But I want you to be aware of it, so as you bring people in and they get points, they're like, what are these points? You can explain to them that it is a temporary thing, and we're in a pre-launch right now, and just understand things are going to change through that pre-launch. So as things do change, I just want you to be able to roll with the punches and understand that that's why it's going to change. It's actually for the better. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited to get rid of these points, because I think that, it's gone. So All right, so let's move on to the next thing real quick is when we roll out the new onboarding process, okay? What I mean by that is when somebody is signing up, you're going to see a new phase of that coming out here very shortly, I think by tonight or tomorrow. But you'll see a new process coming into this where when you're entering in the information, it's going to be a lot smoother and you don't have to go through all these different phases. One of the phases we took out is trying to go in and verify your email before you complete. We're actually going to let you complete and then go and verify it from your back office. So we're simplifying the process just to make it super easy for you to sign up. And so that's something that's actually changing. The next thing and last thing is the revenue share, the global revenue share pool. I'm just going to tell you right now, you guys, that if that doesn't get you excited to build this thing, and we've given you products and services that are true value. I mean, I saved $235, okay, on one service. I can't wait to do a car. I can't wait to do the mortgage. I mean, for myself, and I'm talking about just me, but what if I go out and share it with other people? And I share them and I save them money. I mean, you now have a program that you can run with. And I've already went out, and this brings me to something. I went out and posted today that I had saved money on my cell phone bill. I have all these comments, and people now private message me that didn't even comment, that are private message me, ask me how I did it. So let me tell you something. When you see a RNetwork representative, that means a charter member, posting something, please do not in the comments go in there and comment, go RevCard, go. Don't say what the company is.
Please don't.
Okay? Do not go in there and comment on somebody else. If Linda posts something, just go in there and say, that's so cool. Tell me how you did it. I mean, you don't have to be fake, but my point is we don't want to take away the sizzle. And I had to delete a few people's comments, if you know what I'm saying, just because they were commenting on it. And I was like, no, it's ruining my whole thing. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. But with that said, you guys, we have a couple of people that we've asked to share their story. This is my favorite part of today's call, is to have share their story. Hopefully Edward Gary has had a chance to hop on here, and I'm hoping he is. And Edward, if you're on, if you can unmute your line. Edward, I will just tell you that it's, as all of you know, to get your 10 in the pen means you went to work. You dug in and went to work and got it done. And Edward Gary has done that and then some. And so I'm going to have him just take a minute or two and just share what it is that he has been able to accomplish so far and why he's so pumped about this. So Edward, are you there? I might have to find him here. Let's see. Hold on. Technology, don't we all love it? Let's see here. Yeah, no, Linda says no.
We have a hate-love relationship.
Yeah, let's see. Edward Gary. Am I saying that right, John? Edward Gary?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know what? I may be able to get him on the, if he's not on, I did see him. I do know he's actually driving. He's actually in transport right now. He owns a trucking company. But I may be able to get him on actually on the cell phone. If can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Go ahead and try and I'll continue for a minute.
Okay.
So I know a lot of you have some questions that were popping up here, and we want to do our best to answer anything that we possibly can. Let me pull what happened to my chat.
I got one that came through here.
Oh, you got one? Oh, awesome.
Yes. So can you address this? Maybe you or Linda even have experienced this. How about for the cell phones? Hi, Brian. How about for the cell phones for people who have contracts, they still owe on their phones?
Yeah.
Is this something that you know if anybody's been able to help them?
Yeah, so my situation, just to share mine again real quickly, is I owed about, I don't remember exact number, but I owed money on my phone from my previous carrier, right? And so if you owe on the phone, the deal that they're able to work out is that they pay up to a certain dollar amount. I believe it's $600 or something like that. that they'll pay to pay off the existing phone. So in my case, I owed a little bit more than that. So I actually had to come out of pocket with a couple $100 to finish paying off that phone. But I didn't have to do it yet. I'll have to do it to pay my final bill at the old company. But what's beautiful about it is they paid per line switch. They paid me $100. So I got $600 in money back from switching my phone. So
Awesome.
in answer to the question, yeah, not only are they're getting out of your contract of the phone, but they're also paying you to switch, right? And everything's a little bit, it just depends on what plan you go with, but the plan I chose was that. So just make sure that you get the best plan for you, whatever's best for you. Like Nels, they added lines to their old plan, right? So they added lines to it, and so but they got a bunch of money for doing it, and they actually got new phones and all that. So you've got your 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you share your story? You just got your 3rd, or just
recently,
did it? Just
yeah.
recently. Okay. So tell them who you are and where you're from again.
Okay, my name is Lori McCullough. I'm from here in Utah. I live in Holiday, just north of here. And we love to travel. My husband and I travel as much as we can. And back in April, we had booked a couple of cruises for this year, and we're leaving in a couple of weeks. So back in April, I had booked a hotel through the Queen Mary, and I just call and book it directly on their website. And then after the Rev Card came, or the RNetwork came, and I thought, well, I've got to try the travel site and see if the Queen Mary is on there. So I did, and I couldn't believe that when I booked it through the RNetwork, my end of the day for one night was $196, and when I booked it through the Queen Mary, total it was $315. So I saved, yeah, over $100 just for the one night, just by using that. So yeah.
So you just got your meeting 3, and how long have you been in?
I want to say a month and a half.
Yeah, about a month and a half.
Okay.
About a month and a half.
Month
yeah.
and a half. Okay, awesome. So she just got her meeting 3. She's now part
did
of the
her
global
30
pool.
days.
You did it in 30 days?
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
She did it in their 30 days. So that's awesome. And you're also part of now the global
Yeah.
revenue share pool. So
Is
that's
that
pretty cool.
Every month?
Yeah, so the way that I'm glad you brought that up, actually. So we're actually on the first payout of the revenue share will actually happen on Black Friday. That's when we're planning on paying out the first one. But after that, it'll be every month. So every month you'll receive a bonus from that. That's really a huge deal. So, and guys, just know this. In my other venture, we had something similar, and it's so nice to know that you're part of this unique, this exclusive pool, if you will. When I say exclusive, I mean like you're really part of something pretty significant. And then the fact that you're being paid on a monthly basis, it started off small in my last venture, right? But as we went, that pool got bigger and bigger and bigger over time. And yeah, more people qualified for it, but there was more revenue now coming into it. So if you understand that pool is going to grow over time, and so congratulations. Let's give it up for her. She actually got her meeting 3 done. That's awesome. So that's super, super cool. I know, Ed, you did it too. I'm going to have Ed share real quick. Why don't you share your success with getting your meeting 3 and, of course, your 10 in the pen and so on. So.
Yes, it's pretty, to me, it's elementary, after over 30 years doing this. Once you do it once, you know how to do it, right? And so, of course, we got excited, and right away, pretty much day one when the apps went in, we had everything in place. But what I love about this is that it really gives the average person the chance to become profitable almost immediately, right? The ability to go out there and share something nice with people. We saw the videos, whatever it is that got you excited. If you share that with 20 people, chances are you're going to have at least 3. You might have all 10. I've seen people, get 9 out of 10. And it's just a matter of sharing something great with people. And, for me, it's really the overall big picture of what we're getting ready to do here. The ability to have a product that stands on its own that people would want without an opportunity attached. And when we roll out the fan program and we start hearing all the fans that are saving money, chances are once they find out that they can make more money by developing a team, a lot of them will join us in that regard also. But it gives the ability to go out to the masses. And that's the major thing. I've been doing this for over 30 years, Dave. And I've been looking for that one company that we could take from small to big where everybody wins, where we don't have this atrocious 90% attrition rate that the industry is erroneously known for. I just get sick and tired of seeing that. And now we have the ability to change that. It's huge.
That is huge. And Ed, thank you for that. It's honestly, you guys, you hit it right on the head. I mean, everybody gets to win with this deal. And no matter what level you're at, I love that. And we were just talking about that at lunch, how super excited I am from like my sister who is in a wheelchair, doesn't have the ability to build a massive team in a product company because one, she can't afford to buy the product herself, be a product of the product. And in this, I mean, this is affordable to anybody. And if not, then you have the fan option that you can offer them for them to be able to save money. That's really a cool deal. And that fan product will grow as the company grows here and will get better for the fan, but it'll also get even better for the charter members. So, and just so you know, in the back office, when you're looking at it as a fan, if I'm looking at my little back office, I see this concierge service, but on the other side, it's got a big old button about this big that says, upgrade to a charter member. So we're constantly trying to ingrain in their mind to upgrade to a charter member so that they can start to share and earn a living by doing this and start earning on people's savings. So we're going to be dripping on those individuals as fans that they can plan on having emails coming, texts, and whatever. So we're dripping on them to educate them on why they would want to become a charter member, or why they would want to buy a car through us, or why they want to switch their cell phones. All those things are going to be dripped out to the fans. So that's why we want to build a big fan base, but we also want to build a massive charter base, because here's why. The power is in the network, and without that, we don't really have anything. So the power is being given back to you to help build this network, because now we start getting a buying power. We start getting all kinds of stuff. And get this, you guys, and thanks for reminding me, Ed, just reminded me. We're going to be rolling out our swag stuff here very shortly, and Richard actually wants to tag the little bit of profit that we were going to make off of it, which is really nothing, but it was a little bit. We're going to actually take that and put some of that money back up into the revenue share pool. So how cool is that? These guys aren't even thinking about like, hey, let's take all the money, and that's what I love about these guys. So it's really cool that way. International.
Dave, hey,
yeah,
I was able to get Edward Gary on the line.
Oh, sweet.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, let me just do a brief intro, or Eddie, you can actually introduce our leader, our founder of the RNetwork, Edward Gary, if you'd like, or I can take it away.
No, go right ahead, John. You do a great job. Go right ahead.
All right, let me tell you something, guys. This is something special. He comes to us from Dayton, Ohio. When we brought Edward on, or I should say, when Eddie brought Edward onto the team,
it was we.
It was we. Okay, yeah, that's true. It was kind of a team deal, right? A kind of a tag team, but.
If I can, let me just set it up, because it was really unique. John called me up and goes, Ed, you're not going to believe who I'm talking to. And I'm going, who? He goes, well, I tell you what, let me put him on the line. And as soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, Edward Gary and I go way back. Edward was in our previous company and a previous company and a previous company together. We've known each other. He's just such a great guy. I was like blown away. So it really was we. It was John and I together bringing Edward in. Go ahead, John.
All right, but I tell you what, this guy is unbelievable. I mean, he just took massive action. He got his Me&3, I don't know, within days. I'll let him basically explain the story. But served 8 years in the Army, served in ministry all over the world. He's incredibly busy. In fact, right now, he's actually running one of his jobs. He owns a trucking company. So this guy's incredibly busy. But comes to us from Dayton, Ohio. Edward Gary, are you on the line, brother? Okay. Take it away. Let me tell you.
Hey, John, we're having a problem hearing him. If you could hold the
Let's put him on speakerphone.
to your mic, close to the mic on the computer. No, we don't hear anything.
Can you hear him?
Uh-uh. Yeah, put him
Oh,
on
I guess.
speaker.
I guess I can't hear you. I've got him. I've got him on speaker.
Put it next to the mic.
Are you calling Edward from your online messaging mic? Because that's probably what it is. Tell Edward I'll call him on a regular phone line and we'll get him on. I'll get him on speaker here. Tell him I'm
Okay,
calling.
very good. Hey,
Yeah.
also, Dave, I think we may have. Yeah. Hey, Eddie's going to call you, Edward. Yeah, you may be. You know what? You may be able to dial in right now. All right, brother. Thank you. All right, thanks. Yeah. Hey, also, Dave, I think we may have our other leader. He's got a great story. Comes to us out of Florida. Pastor Leonard Martin.
Okay, Leonard's going to give a testimony. Hey, let me mute this.
All right.
Leonard,
And I know he's on.
just
Leonard
unmute
Martin.
your line.
Pastor Martin, are you on, sir?
I'm here. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I tell you what, and when Dave asked me to go ahead and bring on somebody to really share a real compelling story, I mean, both you and Edward came to mind, and so if you could just kind of explain, to the RNetwork family, what this movement, what this opportunity means to you. Pastor Leonard Martin, so thankful for you.
Oh man, it means absolutely everything, John. It really does. Just want to say thank you for all you're doing and for being the amazing leader that you are, and to the rock star Facebook Live King himself, Dave Dove, affectionately known as Double D, right? Thank you, Dave, for all you do. And I see you have the passionate, the lovely Miss Linda there beside you today. As we just talk about all of the amazing things that our network is bringing to the market. It's absolutely amazing, Dave and John. Our network is, in my opinion, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. The reason why I say that is because never has there been in the history of business, in my opinion, a company where you have the opportunity to get paid on your life. How about that? To get paid on your life, everything from travel to cars and cell phone services. And here Dave is announcing some global revenue sharing program. Who does that, right? Oh man, it's just absolutely amazing. But my wife and I, we had the opportunity to own a security agency. And John, we had 67 employees, and we did everything we could, guys, to offer them a benefits package. But man, when we look at what we have here with our network and the Revolution product suite, I mean, what we were offering them, it is no comparison, to Teladoc. And, I just was sitting here thinking, man, I would have loved to have the Revolution product suite to offer to those 67 people in their families. But just like Richard said, guys, the bigger we get, the better we get. You know what I mean? And I got a saying, John, I'm like, it just keeps getting gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. It's just absolutely amazing, what we are doing here. And I'd like to say, too, we didn't mention this, but, that marketing system, I was talking with Jenkins today, who just got his Me in the Three, Patrick Jenkins, and he is so blowed up. He is so stoked about the new marketing system, and now he has his Me in Three. He said, Pastor Leonard, I got to go because I've got a lot of people that I got to call back who's been opted in into the marketing system, you know. So I tell you, you guys have done a great job, and my hats are off, you know, Dave and Ed and John and Miss Linda here, to Richard and Troy, and to the whole corporate team and everything that those guys have put together, and what you've been working on, and now to hear about this global revenue sharing program. It is just absolutely amazing. So I say to all of us, and to all of us charter members out there, yes, our network is the opportunity of a lifetime, but the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunities. In other words, John, opportunities have windows, and we have to take full advantage of them, right? And I'll leave you with this. You know, one of my favorite sports and pastimes is horse racing, and one of my favorite horse races is the Kentucky Derby. And I love to hear the announcer, right, when they turn for home, he said, and down the stretch they come, right? And so I'll say that about our network as we're approaching, as we're coming to 2020, January 2020, right? We saying to the world, and down the stretch we come. Back to you, John. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Ed, and Miss Linda. See you guys later.
Wow. Thank you so much, Leonard. I mean, I love your passion, and I love your spirit. I mean, I'm so thankful to be connected on this journey with you. You're absolutely amazing, and my heart goes out to you. Back to you, Dave.
Hey, Dave, real quick, I think we have Edward Gary with us. Edward, could you unmute your line? And
I'm here, sir.
Awesome. Well,
all right. How you guys doing? Hey, I just, as said earlier there, when you couldn't hear me, the checks are in the mail for you and John. All the accolades, man. Listen, I'm just so excited and thankful and grateful to be a part of this awesome team. The leadership, you know, Eddie, you know how I feel about you. You're like a brother from another mother, of course. And John is just a tremendous guy. And then I was, you know, blessed to be introduced to Pastor Leonard several months ago, and he and I have talked. He's been praying for my family and some things that we have been dealing with. So with that being said, you know, to be a part of the RNetwork after so many years of being around this industry, in this industry, I've done everything under the sun. I've seen it all. And, you know, when I got the call from John, quite honestly, when he sent me the video, even though I just wasn't interested, to be honest. But once I found out that my friend, my brother, Mr. Ed Terranova was a part of it, it got my attention. And we immediately began to just share the opportunity with whoever would listen. You know, I believe there's a teaching I've heard. Anyone gets within 3 feet of me, you know, they're going to hear about what I have. And so we just begin to share that. And we love everything that is taking place, the platform, the product, the service, the leadership, the timing. We love everything about this. I mean, you know, I've been a part of other platforms that offered, you know, cellular service. And there's even a network marketing company out there that offers you know, mortgages and, of course, cars and all of that. So we have all of that in one place, and the testimonials speak for themselves. And so we're excited about what's to come, and we're ready to get busy and to just share this with the world. So thank you guys for allowing me just to share a little bit of my story, and we look forward to the future. So with that being said, my friend Edward, I throw it back to you, sir.
thank you, Edward Gary. And as always, hey, I've missed you, man. We haven't played enough lately. We got to get out there and play some more. But Dave, I'll turn it back over to you. We're just having so much fun, and we can't wait to see these things rolled out and start really cranking.
Yes, sir. Well, you guys know I'm a team player, so I'm just saying, put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
And Dave, I tell you what, big kudos to the beautiful Linda sitting right down on and Sammy and all. I tell you what, I'm jealous because I'd love to be at that table. And I mean, you're surrounded by beauty and greatness, and man, I'm envious, brother.
I know. I'm very, very lucky. Very,
yes,
very
you
lucky.
are.
I'm so lucky that I'm dressed so sexy.
Yeah, I love how you guys want to put it in my face with the cap, with the with the T-shirt and all that. I see you, Eddie. I see what you're doing.
It's all good. We're teasing with you. That's all it is. Speaking of that, we will have some swag here soon, guys. So hang tight with that. We've got our swag store being put together as we speak, and we'll be having it up online where you'll be able to order T-shirts and stuff like that. And I love the thoughts of the creators because none of them want to make any money on it. Like I said, they just really want to put it out there to get people wearing the swag. And I'm a firm believer in that. I think it's going to be awesome. I want to leave you on this thought. There's a time in my life where I was raised in the grocery business, and my dad, we owned a chain of grocery stores when I was a kid, and I remember when I was 3 years old, I was standing on a milk carton, one of those plastic things that hold 4 gallons of milk in it, and I was standing on it bagging groceries. And when I was 3, and my dad would teach us how to bag groceries, and I thought, well, okay, you just throw this in, you just throw it all in, right? Throwing cans on top of the fruit and everything else. And so anyway, as I grew up over time, I learned that less is more, and the bags become easier to carry. And what I wanted to share with you is that we have to keep this message very simple and clear and precise. Because we're going to be onboarding into a bank, we're in 2 different regulations going on right now. We have the direct sales industry, which is network marketing, that we have to play in their rules at the same time of playing inside of the banking system. And there's nobody on this planet that's ever done this before. So I just want you to remember that as we're developing processes and we're developing things, you have to understand that we need this message to be as clear and precise. We don't want to stretch the truth. We don't want to be telling people things that aren't really true or that isn't here yet, that maybe you heard through the grapevine. And we want you to stay excited and pumped and all of those things. But when we get ready to sign your KYCs and getting into the bank, it's really important, you guys, that right now we set the tone of how we want our environment to be. And our environment is what's going to attract the people to our company. It has nothing to do with our network and this shiny card. It has everything to do with the environment that we create. And that means that we don't hype it up, but we don't put this to where it's so unbelievable that then we set these expectations that we let people down, right? So we want to set expectations that are realistic, that people know they can come in this. And I love what Ed said. He said, this is for everybody to win. And it's so true that even the person who gets in who's never done this before, and I don't remember her name, and I apologize, I should remember her name, but she was at our local meeting here, this little lady, and she's Jane. Her name's Jane. And if she's listening, I apologize, Jane, I forgot your name. But I'll never forget just looking at her in the meeting. She's not a massive networker. I mean, she is. She just doesn't know it yet. But I look at her and I think of what an incredible opportunity for somebody like her who's in her 80s,
Late 70s.
late 70s, early 80s, whatever it is. But my point is, what an incredible opportunity for somebody like that who can participate in something that can literally change her life, but also other people's lives, but give her something that gives her purpose in her life still, right now. Like, I watched my mom die of dementia, and to watch her her purpose kind of went away as she started getting dementia. And I just think that we have something very special here. And if we don't forget this, we do not forget this, and this is what Richard talks about all the time, that we need to lose our life in the betterment of others. If you bring somebody into this company, it is your responsibility to make sure that they get their first 3 people. I would hook arms with them and run as fast as you possibly can and help them get their 3 people. Because if you do that for them, then they're going to turn around and do it for their people. And you're going to create a duplication system that's going to be unstoppable. And I want to leave you with this, that opportunities never go away. They just go to the next person. You have a choice right now to run with this opportunity and take what we just rolled out and forget about the bank, forget about the rev card. It's all coming. Just forget about it and play in the game as we speak. Do not play in the game of waiting for the bank or waiting for the card. If you do that, you're going to regret it. I promise you that. So play in the game right now and go have fun with this and bring people into this deal and help them save money. Quit focusing on the money, quit focusing on trying to make money and helping other people save money. That's how you got to pitch this thing. You want to know how to pitch it? It's simple. Teach people how they're going to save money. That's it. And bring them on to do so. And if we do that, we're going to take this to the moon, you guys. And this is going to be a monstrous billion-dollar company, and you get to be a part of it. You understand that? You get to be a part of a bank. You get that part of the bank, and you get to be a part of something that's going to be talked about for years and years and years to come if we create the environment to bring people in that we want to create, which we get to control that environment. So thank you for tuning in today, you guys. And until next week, make sure you're on the calls every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't ask me all the other time zones. And then 7 o'clock on Thursdays and 9 o'clock on Eastern Time for Thursday. But plug into those calls because those are opportunities for you to get the same message delivered to your prospects as anything else. They're the most congruent and consistent messaging is right there on those calls. So get plugged into them. Tonight's call is going to be off the charts. So get your prospects and put them in on that call, and then it'll change their life. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and have a great time. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody. Great job, Dave.